Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of GDDV 501, Lighting and Rendering. My name is Casadas. Alright guys, so we've moved on to the moving camera. Awesome! We've already covered a bunch of stuff. Our course intro, an introduction to cinematography, the real-world camera, shot composition, and framing. And now we're talking about moving camera. Up until now, we've talked about a stationary camera, a single frame, actually, from a stationary camera. Now we're going to start talking about what happens when that camera moves. What does it do? And particularly today, I'd like to start discussing the rules behind moving your camera. We're going to discuss one of the most straightforward and basic rules of camera use, and that is discussion of the 180-degree rule. All right, guys, let's get started. So, the 180-degree rule. This is actually going to be a really short video, guys, because the rule itself is very, very simplistic. This is the rule. The 180-degree rule states that all action must take place within an imaginary 180-degree arc. Now, the 180-degree arc is defined by something called the line of action. And in this particular example here, I've created a line of action between two actors who are speaking. The actors are facing towards each other, so I've utilized their eye line as my line of action. The camera's got to stay on one side or the other at all times. I mean, you can't cross that line of action. You must be on one side and stay on the one side throughout the entirety of your filming. What that's going to develop is it's going to develop a particular side that each actor is on. So if we take a look at the bottom of the diagram, we have our male actor on the right-hand side and our female actor on the left-hand side. As long as we maintain our imaginary 180-degree arc, as long as we follow the 180-degree rule, our actors will remain on their own side of the screen space, which is perfect. Even if we cut back and forth where we only have one actor on the screen at any given time, they will still remain on the appropriate side of the screen space. So that's what we're looking for, okay? That's the 180-degree rule. And it's one of the most basic rules of cinematography. And that's, we're covering basic stuff here. This is an introduction to cinematography. But it's one of the most important rules, one of the most important and basic rules of cinematography. It can be used for a lot of things. The 180-degree rule will do a lot of things for our viewer. It's going to help them establish spatial awareness. It's going to help them establish location directionality of individual characters. As long as we have defined that line of action and we've defined our 180-degree arc, we don't cross the line, we maintain our space within the 180-degree arc, then the characters will remain in the appropriate screen space. So we can set up our line of action in a number of different ways. In this particular example, I utilize the actors delivering dialogue. I utilize their eye line, but you can use different things like the direction of travel. And obviously, if you have more than one actor, if you have more than two actors who are speaking, maybe you have 3 or 4 actors in a given scene, then the line of action is going to change depending on who is talking to whom. Right? But the important thing is that regardless of how many people are talking within your scene, how many people you have within your scene, that you are maintaining their location within screen space, all right? Without maintaining that position within screen space, it's going to cause a lot of issues for your viewer. The viewer is going to become confused about exactly who is where and why they're there. Have they moved around? What's happened here? So let's take a look at a quick example here. On the left-hand side of our diagram, we've got ourselves our established line of action, and we have ourselves our screen space as we had it set up before, with our female actor on the left-hand side and our male actor on the right-hand side. As soon as we cross that line of action, what happens on the screen is the actors will appear to have switched sides, as if they've, changed positions. And that's not what you want, right? We want to make sure that we don't want to confuse our viewer. We don't want them suddenly stopping and saying, whoa, wait a minute, what's happened here? Why has everybody moved around? We don't want that at all. We want to make sure that we maintain the screen space. And in doing so, it's going to allow our viewers to continue either watching or playing our game or watching our cutscene or whatever it is without questioning the production of it, right? They're just going to be watching and engage within it. All right, everyone? That's it. That's the entirety of the 180-degree rule. I hope that helps out. Guys, remember it. Remember everything I've told you so far. All the stuff we've talked about, remember all of it, all right? But the 180-degree rule is super important. All right, everyone? I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know down below with a thumbs up. And if you didn't, a thumbs down is perfectly fine. Let me know how I can improve. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down and let me know this is what you can do to improve. Whatever, talk slower. I talk pretty fast. All right, guys. Thumbs up, thumbs down, comments down below, and if you haven't done so, please take a few seconds to subscribe. Have yourselves a wonderful day, everyone.